call the world a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have the entrances and the exits, and one man in his lifetime plays many parts. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2023. My name is QUINN, the host and creator of Game Changers. You know, today's guest is a young lady who has theater at heart. My initial quote was by the world's most famous playwright, William Shakespeare. And it spoke about the world and compared it to a stage, compared life to a stage, and compared the men and women who take part in life to players. My guest today is a major player in St. Lucia's theater scene. Her name is Hayzan Louis. I am so excited to introduce her to you. Hello, Hayzan. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. What's up? What's popping?
I'm great. I like that energy, man. I like that energy. Let's keep it so for the entire interview.
Yes, sir. Let's bring it.
All right, that's good. Let's go. Okay, so tell the people a little bit about yourself to begin with.
All right. My name is Hayzan Louis. I'm a theater practitioner. I'm a
Mhm.
teacher at the St. Joseph's Convent. I teach theater arts and business. I'm a writer, a director, creative director. I'm also a social media marketer.
Wow, that sounds like a lot.
It can be.
Right. Okay. Pretty interesting. Now you said you
Mhm.
are a theater art practitioner. That
Yes.
sounds like a complicated word. Tell me what that means.
All right, so it simply means somebody that practices theater. So I do plays, I do acting, directing. I would also like to say I'm a cultural practitioner because I particularly like cultural traditions and incorporate it into the work that I do.
Ah, lovely. Lovely. Okay, so how long have you been doing this? I mean, the theater side, not the 10,000 other things that you do.
Okay, so I've been doing theater from since school. So from
Okay.
since I was introduced to it at high school.
Mm-hmm.
However, sad to say that I take a break from theater. So I did take
Okay.
a break from theater on like a 2 to 3 year break. I wasn't performing, I wasn't in any plays, I was not involved, not even semi involved in the creative industry,
Mhm.
just to complete my degree. So when I was done with my degree, that's when I didn't really think about going back into theater, but somehow theater just drew me back into it. So as soon as I was done with my degree, the opportunity came and I just got back into theater. I think when something's for you, it just comes back.
Lovely. You know, I always say that your gift and your passion would find you. You know, even if you leave it
Yes, and
behind.
that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
I love that. That's beautiful. Okay, so your passion found you again. But when did you decide to take this thing seriously?
Okay, so when I left school, that's before I took the break, I
Mm-hmm.
immediately joined a theater company. Right? So from then, you could say that I took it seriously. That's before I took the break. Right? So I joined the theater company as soon as I left school. I was heavily involved in masquerade, traditional masquerade, and then I started doing plays. That's before I
Okay.
took the break. So I would say that I took it as soon as I left school.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. So you took the break while you were serious about it.
I was serious about it, and then I realized that I need to go for my first degree.
Okay.
So in order, I had to make some sacrifices.
Got you. Now you said that you are a marketer, and I know that your background is in marketing. Outside being a marketer on social media, how does your degree help you become a better theater practitioner? Like, how does that connect?
Okay. So I do use the skills that I learned in my degree in what I'm doing in theater. So marketing always finds its way in whatever industry or in whatever world that you're involved in. So in my
Agreed?
creative industry, I use my marketing skills to market the brand, to market the youth and arts company that I work with. Um, for those people that not really into social media or social media savvy in the group, I would take control of that aspect of it for theater. So somehow marketing involves itself in anything that you do.
Got you. Got you. So you're the mouthpiece for the group then.
I would say that yes.
Being a mouthpiece is not a bad thing. Eh? I'm just letting you know. Right? Okay,
Yeah.
so being a marketer in this group, what type of role exactly do you play? So, like, what type of things that would you do in particular for the group outside of like doing the social media? Would you do like flyers
Mhm.
and these things, or do you leave it for other people as well?
Um, I contact other people. So there's people
Okay,
I know. For example, Benny. Give Benny a little shout out there. He does my graphics for me for when I have plays and stuff like that. So I work with other people as well because I find myself doing too much at a certain point. So to manage the group, to direct, to write, and then to be doing the social media as well, no, I would need some more assistance with that. So
I see. I see. That's interesting.
mhm.
Game Changers proudly supports Kids Health Creative, a publishing house encouraging children ages 4 to 12 to live healthy lifestyles, all while having good, clean fun. Get the latest book, Be Smart, at 10% off when you use promo code QUINNST at checkout. That's QUINNST at checkout. Get yours today. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the episode. This episode was made possible through a platform called Riverside FM. It's a platform that I've grown to love, and it really does justice to creators. Unlike Zoom or other platforms, it records content locally and then uploads it to the cloud so you have a seamless video. If you are a creator and looking to get into this space, this is the platform for you. Click the link down below to get started today. Have you gotten your official Game Changers merch yet? If not, what are you waiting for? Get yourself a hip, trendy t-shirt or hoodie that is sure to turn heads. T-shirts only cost $55 EC and hoodies go for $120 EC. Highlight your inner game changer. Get yours today. Okay, so I know that you are a writer and a playwright. Take me behind your writing
Mhm.
process. Like, what is that like?
My writing process. Okay, so like I would say to my students, when you're writing a piece, it has to stem from an idea or something that you want to bring across to
Okay,
an audience, right? Something that is relevant that particular time. Right? So I do not just write a piece for writing's sake. It needs to be some sort of theme that you're after that needs to come across to a relevant audience. So when I'm writing a piece, I look at not only internal um, ideas, but external ideas as well. So, what are we going through at the moment as a society? What am I going through, not just personally, but what is affecting other people? And what message do you think that other people need to hear at the moment?
Lovely, lovely, interesting.
So, that's really where I get my writing.
So okay, so how do you then choose who? I guess your audience. How do you choose your audience?
Well, sometimes the audience chooses itself because there are
Okay,
particular people in St. Lucia that gravitate to theater.
right.
Yeah. So it's the audience chooses itself.
Interesting, interesting. I like that. Pretty interesting. Okay, so I said that you are a playwright, and recently on October 22nd, you had a play that was your personal production. First of all, tell us the name of that play and what was that experience like?
Okay, so it was on October 2nd. The name of the play is
Uh-huh.
Boy, which means in Creole, in our Creole, what are you
Okay.
celebrating? So, like I said before, when I'm writing a piece, I look at the relevance of
Hmm.
time, right? So that was interestingly, that was actually my first play that I
Right.
directed and wrote that was produced, right? It wasn't produced by me, it was produced by the umbrella company that is
Ah,
Youth and
okay.
Arts. So I directed my co-director Monique Ogis, and that it was a very 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 rewarding experience. So what was relevant at the time is we did it around Creole celebration, so around Junior Creole. So it was a play that incorporated a lot of our old traditions, masquerade, storytelling, stick fighting, even. And the overall message of the play was to not let our traditions die and to remember why we celebrate it every year at Creole or during the Creole month. So that was the theme that that I wanted to portray to the
Nice.
audience.
Beautiful. So I'm seeing that what you said was true, right? So you look at your relevance first, the relevance being Creole,
Yes.
and then bring it out in your play.
Yes. Yes.
Was the play entirely in Creole or was it a mix?
No. So a strategy that I used in my writing, I also wanted it to be a means for an audience to actually learn the
Oh,
language
okay.
as well. So one person spoke entirely Creole. And then there was another character that I made that could be kind of ignorant to the language and always ask, okay, so what does that mean? Kind of to leave a
Ah,
translation kind of in the play.
that's very creative.
I created that sort of. Thank you, thank
I
you.
love that. Wow, wow. All right, so I'm guessing that, well, you said that it was a success. What was the turnout like?
Yes, I believe it was a success. It was our first ever brunch
Mm,
inclusive play. So we expected, or we expected for about 200 people, and we did meet
lovely,
that.
lovely.
Right? So we had it at the Lucia, and the place was filled.
Yeah, Lucians like to fill their belly in any case, eh? Let's just put that out there. so,
Mm-hmm.
so that and the play match it
Right.
made it heaven.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Venting.
all right. Okay, so outside of culture being your inspiration, I know creatives like yourself are inspired by people as well. Who in particular inspires you?
Okay, so my biggest inspiration would have to be Danielle Dubois. She was my first lecturer. She was my first teacher, my first theater arts teacher. And she was the one that really inspired me to take theater seriously in St. Lucia.
Oh, lovely.
So she's doing big things. She has Gopwell Rehabilitation. That's another place she has
Right,
coming
I saw
real
that.
soon. So I've seen you and I'm like, okay, so this has hope in St. Lucia. I can do something too.
I like that a lot. And it's always important to give our teachers flowers. Because I believe that
Big time.
they are probably, not probably, they are the most important people in our society. Without them, I mean, we are nothing. So big up Miss Dubois one time.
Agreed.
For sure,
That's
for
right.
sure. Okay, and so we're quickly moving along to our quick hitters section of the interview. Now, this section is intended to go by very quickly. So give your answers as quickly as possible. All right. So my first question is, what are your top 3 plays of all time?
Okay, so my top 3 plays. First one would have to be, let me start with a local one, Roderick Walcott's The Legend of Tom Fool.
All right.
Uh, Second one would have to be Straight Outta Trinidad by Zenobi Constance. My Father's Child.
All
I
right.
actually really like it because it's the cast and the characters are young children talking about serious topics like incest and yes, so it's really deep and it's
Wow.
coming out of a child or through the eyes of children. And my third play, let me just see from them. Mine. Mine.
Yes, go ahead.
I have to give myself my flowers too.
Go
My
ahead. Go ahead.
favorite play is mine.
I love that. I love that. You know, I'm kind of taken aback, because I'm kind of a little biased. Like my personal favorite play of all time is Hamilton. Does it fit anywhere in your top 5 or top 3?
True. That's true.
No?
I wanted to say that as well. If we're going international and looking at the grand
Right.
of things, yes, Hamilton is.
Okay, good. You make me feel better now. You make me feel better. All right, great. Okay. So my second quick hitter question: what type of music does Hayzan like to listen to?
I, I love all genres of music, straight up from country and western to calypso. I love calypso to soca to pop to R&B. I love an old school R&B. I listen to all genres. My friends are very upset
Okay.
to country and western as much as I do, but I listen to every genre of music.
Right. Okay. Pretty interesting. So you're all rounder, just like me. I mean, I'm not so big on the country either, but I listen to all music as well.
Oh no, I love country.
So yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. And my final quick hitter question to you: who would you like to see on Game Changers?
Monique Ogis.
Okay. You could expound on that a little bit.
All right, she
Why would you like to see her
She
here?
was my co-director, and she has also written very good plays. In fact, I should have mentioned that as one of my favorite plays. She has a play that went as far as Carifesta and represented St. Lucia on original scale.
Wow.
Yeah, so and I also got, as much as she's the same age with me and she's my friend and she's my colleague, I also got a lot of inspo from her because she's awesomely and she's amazingly talented.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So you'll help us get Monica on here.
Yes, I'll reach out to her.
Great, great. I'm looking forward to that. 100%.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're moving on to the next three questions. Next three questions in the interview.
Mhm.
My next question is, what would you like to see done for the arts in St. Lucia in particular?
Okay. I would love to see a better theater space. The cultural center,
Okay.
okay. The cultural center is okay. But I would like to see a more developed theater space in St. Lucia and also maybe a school for
Right.
arts.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 100% there with you.
Mm-hmm.
I've always dreamt of, you know, I studied in Trinidad
Mm-hmm.
and I looked at their cultural center,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so many miles ahead of ours.
Mm-hmm.
So I want us to, get to that level eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And that School of Art, yeah, that's a great idea as well. I never even thought that far. But yes, to encourage people, encourage creatives like the two of us,
Mm-hmm.
we should have something like that. I love that. Great. All right, so somebody's watching or listening to this interview and want to get in contact with Hayzan.
Mm-hmm.
They want to learn more about theater art. They want to maybe patronize your next play. How can somebody get in contact with you?
They can. Most people contact me via IG or Twitter.
Okay.
I have a big following on mostly on Twitter. I wouldn't say on IG as yet, but most people contact me
Mhm.
via social media. Alright.
All right, so give the handles.
Okay, so my Instagram is Hayzan HAYZAN XO, I believe. My my Twitter is spelled a little differently. It's HAEZAN, so underscore HAEZAN. I don't really use Facebook that much, so yeah, it's
Okay.
IG and Twitter that people would most likely contact me on, ask me questions. I'm very welcoming, so don't be afraid. But yeah,
Great. And we'll leave the links down below
yeah.
so people can reach out to you if they want to.
Hmm.
Right? Okay, so my question before the last one.
Hmm.
What advice would you give somebody who wants to become just like you?
Hmm.
Who somebody who wants to get involved in theater or just wants to become an upstanding young person in society?
Okay.
What would you say to that person?
Don't ever ignore your passion and don't ever doubt yourself. You can be your biggest hater and your biggest demotivator.
That's true.
Always
Absolute.
have faith in yourself. Just go for it. Literally, hate to come
Just go for
back,
it.
but just do it.
Great, great. It's a good slogan. I guess that's why they picked it.
Hmm.
So beautiful. I love that. And my final question to you, Hazen, what do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Who actually hate these questions because I don't know. So personally, a lot has changed for me in less than a year. So to say where I'll be in 5 years when I never imagined myself here last year. I just can't. Honestly, I can't because the world
Okay,
is so quickly.
okay. Well, then, where do you
But
wish to be in the next 5 years?
all right, I hope to see myself starting off um a theater pub. Right, it's actually a dream of mine to have um some sort of creative outlet in St. Lucia. So for example, a place where you can go on Monday night to hear some spoken word, on Tuesday night to do some improv. For those of you who don't know, improvisation, acting without a script. The audience can give the cast members, a stimulus, an object, a topic, and they just act off the bat. But something more than just, yeah, what are you doing tonight? Yeah, let me go buy a bar type of vibe to happen.
Right.
Sure. That's my dream, actually. So I would like to
Lovely.
start in that venture.
Yes, and I believe with your skills, with your knowledge, and most importantly, with your passion, I think you can definitely achieve that.
I hope.
I am looking forward to it.
Fingers.
I'm looking forward to patronizing it.
Thank you. I appreciate.
All right? Yes, yes, 100%.
Mhm.
Okay, Hayzan. So we have reached the end of this interview.
Mhm.
And to thank you for coming on and to ask you to continue being yourself. First of all, you are an amazing person.
Yay!
And I hope you continue being you.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Guys, this has been yet another episode of Game Changers. And to thank you guys for taking the time to listen. As usual, stay hungry, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.